Power Book 4 Force is going to be filming in January, and at first we thought Tommy was heading to LA, but it looks like Power Book 4 actually could be shooting in Chicago instead of LA. So let's dive deep into Tommy's spin-off and talk about Power Book 4 Force.
Oh, fuck this pendejo, man! This is why we left your punk ass in the first place.
Poncho, sit the fuck down.
Whoa, hey.
Come on, yo.
You ain't shit without Ghost.
Oh,
What? Damn,
shit.
Tommy!
Oh.
So Poncho seems to think that Tommy isn't shit without Ghost, and we're about to find out whether he is or isn't. And I've made a couple of videos on Tommy over the last couple of weeks because the rumours of Tommy returning to Power Book 2 for a brief cameo is hotting up. But what about his spin-off? I'm going to be keeping this video short and sweet, to the point, because I've spoken a lot about Tommy, his character returning, so I'll link those videos down below in the description and in the comment sections. But all eyes initially were on Power Book 5, which was supposed to be Tommy's spin-off, but they pushed it up the order with it being Power Book 4 Force instead. And 50 Cent, Courtney Kemp and Tommy himself even teased that Tommy was heading to LA and he's going to be coming up against a Mexican drug cartel once he finds out that weed is legal and Mexicans have all the blow. But with Tommy's spin-off, it actually looks like it could be filmed in Chicago now, which was confirmed by the producer. And Power Book 4 Force has been ordered for 10 1-hour episodes just like Power Book 2, and the likely destination is going to be Chicago, where they're going to be filming in January, so that's only 2 months away. And it makes sense with it being in Chicago because he was born and raised in Chicago, so it very much feel like home to Tommy, and he's actually made reference to not liking LA as well, Tommy. Well, Joseph Sikora, for those who didn't know, he's done a couple of interviews where he's actually said he doesn't like LA. And if you take into account everything with COVID, with the lockdowns and California not being the best of places to be filming at the moment, I think that would probably have played a part in them choosing Chicago to start filming. But having said that, they are filming Snowfall in California, so I'm sure they could make it work if they really wanted to. But having said that, I actually think Tommy could still end up in LA, because I don't think Tommy's spin-off will just be a one-off one season sort of thing. I definitely see Tommy's spin-off going on for around 3 or 4 seasons minimum, and that's minimum, if not more, because they're always talking about how power never ends, and they've got so much material and characters they can work with. They can bring back 2-Bit, which I expect them to do, Elisa Marie. I've spoken about these previously in my previous Tommy videos, which I'll link down below as well. But here's the thing, I definitely think Tommy's spin-off will run for a few seasons at least. So if they're filming in Chicago for season 1, it doesn't mean Tommy won't end up in LA after all, because who remembers Rudolfo, who was in one episode in season 6? And for those of you who have been following me for a while know I've made reference to Rudolfo quite a few times in my Tommy videos previously, because this is one character I would love to have back, especially because I just rewatched Prison Break not too long ago. His character was just too good, and he'd be a really good fit in the Power universe, so I can definitely see him being in Tommy's spin-off, as well as 2-Bit, who could be Tommy's right-hand man. And well, I've spoken about how Tommy could potentially be making a brief cameo in Power Book 2, so there's always a chance that someone like Tariq later down the line could make an appearance or even move over to Power Book 4 Force if the storyline with Power Book 2 is concluded. So there's definitely so much material to work with, so Chicago could be the destination for season 1, but for season 2 or 3 or 4 maybe, you just don't know. Tommy could well end up in LA, and it's going to be interesting to see where they go with Tommy's spin-off now, because originally it was teased that he was going to go up against a Mexican drug cartel, but with him being in Chicago now, I'm not sure what they're going to be doing with the storyline, because there's not much noise about the Tommy spin-off at the moment or any casting news, and I think they're keeping it under wraps until Power Book 2 concludes, and then they'll start to drip feed us information closer to the time. So I definitely think once Power Book 2 finishes, they'll start to tease Power Book 3 and details of Power Book 4 with things like the first season's cast and plotline. And the thing is, with Power Book 2, it was pretty easy to kind of figure out where they were going with the plot, because it was picking up 72 hours after Tariq shot Ghost, so we kind of knew at least a foundation of where they were going, with Tasha in prison, Tariq living the double life and getting into the game. But with Tommy's spin-off, it's literally anyone's guess. But one thing we do know is the Serbs, they're not completely out of the picture yet. If Ghost killed Jason, so Tommy could actually run with the story of Ghost killed Jason, so he killed Ghost, especially considering Tasha keeps naming him as Ghost Killer anyway. Tommy's played his cards right with Jason and the Serbs, because just as Ghost was about to kill him, he tipped him off and told him Ghost's plan was to kill him. But Ghost put the blame on Dre, saying he double-crossed Jason, and it's in season 6 episode 9 for those who want to go back and rewatch the scene between Ghost and Jason. But Tommy, he definitely played his cards right with the Serbs, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them playing a part in some way in Tommy's spin-off. But as to the storyline, it is anyone's guess at the moment, so until we know more, it's just pure speculation at this moment. And as I said before, I don't think they're going to give anything away, especially with Book 2 yet to finish with its first season. So with all of that being said, Let me know what your thoughts are down below. I think Tommy could well end up in LA still. It may not be in the first season, but definitely down the line later on in another season or two. And what do you think about Tariq? I know it's early to say, but do you think Tariq could actually cross over to Power Book 4 eventually? Because I can definitely see something like this happening, especially if Book 2 concludes its storyline, say after 3 seasons for example. It would definitely be a no-brainer for me, and especially if Tommy is the one to kill Tasha, then I can definitely see Tariq later down the line, not now, but later down the line, trying to seek revenge on Tommy. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are down below on Tommy's spin-off potentially being filmed in Chicago instead of LA. If you're new to the channel as well and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.